Hey beautiful people, I'm Amy of Just Do Me. Welcome back to my channel, and today I've got another Love Island review for you guys. I'm going to be reviewing episodes 10 and 11, I believe. Episode 11 was pretty juicy, guys. It looks like it's all about to finally kick off in that villa. It's like starting to get very interesting. But I think my last video I just really focused on Yewande and Danny. This video I'm going to touch on quite a lot of the islanders, especially the ones that are really standing out. But let's just start with Yewande and Danny. And guys, I feel like I'm happy to say that I may have been wrong. I may have been wrong about whether or not Danny genuinely liked Yewande. I don't really feel like I was wrong about Yewande being quite awkward and, you know, not really getting how this whole Love Island thing goes, but I've been pleasantly surprised seeing the level of attention that Danny's been giving Yewande, and I'm going to get straight into that. So we saw in episode 10, I believe, like Danny and Yewande sitting down and having a chat 2 times, and I was like, oh, he's taking the time to get to know her.
So I know I haven't said it yet. That's so serious. This is serious, bro. This is serious for me, isn't it? First of all, when I met him the other day, that was also really good. And it was even better than I thought it was going to go. And then just like settling into the villa and stuff, I feel like you bring like such a massive part of that. Like, the nerves just kind of went because like I'm getting to know you. I feel like I've really like a good side out of me. And I just wanted to say thank you for that.
That's nice.
For me, it was a bit awkward because like I felt like they kept, like he was saying her that he felt super comfortable around her and she'd made him feel very welcome in the villa. But for us as viewers, like we haven't really seen that. We haven't really seen them have, you know, as strong a connection as he was saying that they had. We haven't really seen them having banter, having jokes. You know, they do seem like they get along quite well. He does seem quite attentive to her, and we've heard her say that she likes him. But like, you know, when you like have a really good connection with someone, there might be like shared behaviors or shared past, a shared interest, or you like similar like humor. It was a bit awkward just seeing Yewande just laughing.
You're like just yeah. What are they laughing at?
For like no apparent reason. I don't know, but obviously it's probably stuff that's going on behind the scenes that maybe the ITV producers aren't showing us. But it was nice to hear that they were getting along really well, but I hadn't really seen much of this connection that Danny was saying that they had. Yewande was just laughing very awkwardly. I just felt like, come on girl, he's kind of putting his feelings out there. She wasn't really saying too much in return, but the laughter was, I guess, her attempts at being flirtatious. She was having a little bit more eye contact than I feel like I've seen her have with anybody else.
All I've done is enjoy myself in it and laugh. I'm grateful for that, and it's because of, you know, a large part of it because of you.
You're so cute. It's not because of me, don't say it's because of me.
No, it's a large part of it.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah? I like what things are done.
When she said that thing about she had a dream about getting married, I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if that's flirting or not, but let's just walk over that. I felt like she was putting herself out there a bit more. She was trying to let him know in her own kind of refined and laid back way that she does like him. And I feel like Danny's a smart guy, so he's going to pick up on that. He knows, you can probably tell she's not like all the other girls that are going to just like go for it, you know, and be like touchy-feely, flirtatious. You can probably tell that's not her. So I feel like as much as she was comfortable, she was trying to let him know that she does like him. But honestly, I do just want to see a bit more from that girl. Like at the end of the last chat, I feel like Danny, I remember Danny like saying, come on, give me a hug. And I quite like that. I feel like he's trying to like initiate a bit more physicality between them, initiate a bit more of a closer connection. And like she didn't shy away from it. She gave him a hug, but I do want to see a bit more of that. Maybe a bit of hand holding, maybe a bit more of them lying in bed together. You know, just a bit more to solidify the relationship, just so that I know it's not just friendship. But I really see, like I came into this, like my first video, I said that Curtis was the only one that I kind of liked. I think I might have to add Danny to the list. I really liked the fact that Danny, when he was chosen for a date with the 2 new girls, oh god, the 2 new girls, we will get onto that, but when Danny was chosen for a date with the 2 new girls, like he pulled Yewande aside. He did his best to try and reassure her, something that Tommy definitely did not do. And I really liked that. I think that was what made me first like Curtis, just how quick he was to reassure Amy when Molly May went in that she had nothing to worry about. And I really like the fact that Danny did that, because I feel like if there was anything that was going to test for me whether or not his intentions were genuine, it was the addition of 2 new hot girls. And Danny passed, in my opinion, with flying colours. He was a little bit flirty, I feel like, on his second date with, what's her name, Maura. He was quite flirty with her, I felt like, when he was asking her, you know, are you interested in me, am I your type, and stuff like that. But I feel like he never took that to another level. And when both of the girls asked him about Yewande, he was like, yeah, she's really nice, I'm enjoying getting to know her. He didn't do what Tommy did, where he was like, oh yeah, I'm keeping my options open, yeah, we're still just like spending time, or like, he didn't try and minimalize, you know, the situation between him and Yewande. He was like, yeah, I like her, she seems really cool, we've been spending time together. Unlike Tommy, which is like, whoa, 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 backtrack, me and Molly May aren't a thing. So for me, Danny really passed with flying colours. And even after the date, when you see him and like Yewande having a chat, and he wasn't afraid to be like, look, I didn't like, you know, the way you girls were catcalling from the terrace. I love that. And that was something else that I really liked in Curtis, when he wasn't afraid to say to Amy, look, don't think like that, don't say that. When she was talking about what's this, Joe and Lucy, when she was talking about the fact that they didn't wait a day or something before they went exclusive, you know, Curtis wasn't afraid to be like, look, like, you're being ridiculous, calm down. And I really like the fact as well that Danny wasn't afraid to be like, you girls were kind of out of order. And I loved the fact that Yewande was like, yeah, you're right, I see it from your point of view. So for me, I feel like there is a really good chance of something developing there. I'm so happy to see that. Like, I'm actually genuinely happy to possibly be wrong. I don't want to like be too excited yet, because it could all go in the next episode, in tonight's episode. You never know what's gonna happen. But like, for me, I feel like I need more to know that it's not just friendship. I need a bit more physicality. I need a kiss. I need something. And I know that there's, at the end of like this episode 11, there were a couple that were kissing that got Amber and Michael excited. And I hope it's Yewande and Danny. But I also think there's a good chance it could be Anton and the new girl, Elma. I don't know yet if, because like Yewande seems so reserved. I don't know yet if she's like ready for a kiss, but I hope so, because I really feel like Danny's giving her a lot. He's trying to reassure her, he's trying to get closer. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of things you can fake. You can fake interest in someone, but body language is usually very difficult to fake. And when I see him talking to her, he's always leaning forward, he's always kind of like, yeah, so I feel like that's difficult to fake.
No, I didn't actually hear that part. Did you listen to that part?
So I have high hopes. I'm fingers crossed for the both of them. Let's move on to Amber. Amber just keeps giving me headache. I keep getting whiplash. I don't know if I like her, I don't know if I dislike her, but I feel like I'm really leaning towards dislike. I'm the type of person, I'm a big personality, I love confidence, and Amber has a lot of confidence, but I can't get over that girl's attitude. Like, my girl has attitude on 100, and I feel like she's so lucky that she's as pretty as she is. She's literally the definition of pretty privilege, because if that girl had been ugly, her ass and her attitude would have been checked a long time ago. Personally, I don't like, you know, all this like, I'm straight up, you know, I tell it as it is. That's just an excuse for rudeness. There's really no reason why you should be telling people that they look old. Really no reason. I get it's her sense of humour, but I'm sorry, get a better sense of humour. You shouldn't have to be that rude to people that you just met. I didn't like the way she treated Callum. I didn't like what she said to Danny on, you know, their date about how he seemed old as well. I didn't like the way she pulled Anton aside when she was upset with him.
You are an idiot. What time's that?
Honest, I feel my best today, right?
Yeah.
No, just listen. Why the fuck did you go over and say like, oh, one makes my type to retain?
About Anna, and she was like, oh god, you're so stupid, you're so stupid. And you could tell that like she was saying it in like a friendly way, but I just feel like you don't know them that well enough to be calling anybody like stupid on that level. She's got such an attitude. Even the way she was with Michael in episode 11, this last episode, I just wanted Michael to man up and be like, no, you're bang out of order, you do have an attitude, you walk straight past me, I'm not having it. But of course, pretty privilege, he ended up apologizing to her, you know, after he checked her about her bad attitude. He ended up apologizing to her. She's smug, she's been getting away with it her whole life, and I feel like someone really needs to like let her know behavior unacceptable. I actually don't think she likes Michael either. I feel like she's playing the game. She knows that one girl's going this week. She doesn't want to be vulnerable. Michael's her best option to stay in this game. Even when Michael was on that date with Maura, you know, all she said is, well, I never lose. She didn't really seem that bothered. She didn't really seem like she was concerned that Michael and Maura may have a thing. She was like, well, I never lose. So yeah, my opinion on them. Let's go on to Maura. Come and see, this girl has come to shake tables. She has come to cause commotion. I do like that. That girl has a very healthy dose of confidence, and I'm kind of here for it. It makes for good TV, seeing a girl who's not afraid to go in there and shake things up and stir the pot. And I'm really looking forward to tonight's episode to see how things unfold between Maura, Molly and Tommy. Like, I feel like Maura's not gonna back down. She seems like she knows what she wants. She's not afraid to go after it, but at the same time, that girl, first time I saw her, I thought, oh my god, you're a hoe. And I'm not ever quick to call a girl a hoe, but I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot and the guy came in and was just like sexually objectifying one girl repeatedly, how many times did she say, oh my god, the things I want to do to Tommy, oh my, like, it was cringy to watch, like, a girl be that, you know. But I feel like she's actually she's brazen. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say she's a hoe. I would say she's brazen. It seems like whatever she's thinking in her head, she's not afraid to say it. And, you know, that kind of puts me off her a little bit, just how brazen she is. But I do like the girl's confidence, and it's going to make for good TV. I'm looking forward to watching that. Tommy, my guy. If there was ever an F-boy, it is Tommy. Zero loyalty to anyone. And I hate to say that, because to be honest, he's had not a great luck of the girls. Like, he was really into Lucy, she pied him off for Joe. He's been trying to graft Molly and she's kind of been giving him nothing. So now it looks like he's ready to jump ship. But I just feel like his head turned far too quick for someone who was saying to Molly just a few days ago, like, I'm really interested in you, I feel like we get along really well on the outside, you know. But that's kind of what I mean when I say Yewande is not really suited to the show, because I feel like the type of men that go into Love Island, they like the brazen women, they like the overconfident, they like the Ambers, they like the Molly Mays, they like the Mauras, very like aggressive, go for what they want, not afraid to like say I like you. And you can just see how quick Tommy's head has like turned, because that Maura girl is just, I know, she's like ready to sing her chords into him. And just quickly on the Molly thing, because I feel like Anna gave her such bad advice. Molly was like, how do I play it? Do I act like I'm not bothered by the fact that Tommy's head is turning? Or do I go in and like all guns blazing let him know that he's bang out of order? And Anna was like, yeah, let him know. And I was like, no, that's terrible advice.
You were going to say, like, you're nothing, like, it's all fine, like, I'm not going to be anywhere in here. Can I talk? The guy is just not going to lie. You stared at me, you like my eyes. You let me sat there for 6 days and fed me shit.
Let me tell you.
I feel like she should have confronted him, but not the anger, because I feel like they would have had a really good opportunity. They're coupled up. You know, that is a big thing. That means they share a bed together. If they hadn't had that big explosive fight, Tommy would have slept in bed with Molly. That's an opportunity for cuddles. That's an opportunity for a bit of talking. That's an opportunity for a kiss. But unfortunately, because she went in there all guns blazing, screaming at him, he slept outside on the bed. And like, now, like, they're fighting. That's an entryway for this Maura girl to go in and steal Molly's man. Anna girl, you gave bad advice, and I feel a bit bad for Molly. This episode kind of made me like her a bit more. Anton, on the other hand, I was starting to like him. I did feel a bit like, oh, he's not really been given a chance, and I like the fact that Elma was trying to give him a chance, and they look like they might get along. But Anton's hungry. It seems like any girl that walks, he's interested in. One day it's Anna, one day it's Lucy, one day it's Molly, another day it's Elma. Like, he's hungry AF. Like, all you have to do is look at him, catch his eye for 1 second. Oh my god, you're my type, I'm so in love with thee. Like, Anton needs to chill out, get a grip. I was starting to like him and Elma, but then when he came for Molly, because she wasn't interested in him and she chose Tommy, I just thought, nah, you're petty, you're childish, keep it moving. So yeah, if I didn't talk about anybody else, that's because they really haven't made a splash. They need to step their game up, but it looks like things are finally heating up in that villa. I'm fingers crossed for Yewande and Danny. She's grown on me a bit more because I feel like she's come out of her shell a bit more and she is getting a lot of airtime. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the only two people that I can say that I genuinely like in that villa are Danny and Curtis, because I feel like both of them so far have shown me a level of maturity and a level of loyalty that I can get down with. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know your thoughts on all of the islanders, what you think is going to happen. Do you reckon Molly and Tommy are going to work it out, or do you think Mora's swooping in there for the steal? Do you reckon Danny and Yewande are quite genuine and they've got a good shot at this? Let me know. I'm Mimi, just doing me. We're looking good, we're feeling good. Catch you soon, eh?
It's a bad man thing, yeah. Bad girl make you wine to this, nah.